Hello and welcome back to Ending Superman's Life, episode number 235. As always, I am Engineer John. On today's episode, we have hosts Mr. Nefario and Supreme Leader, and Jeff is back with us as host again. And we have a very special guest that we think you're really going to enjoy. To get in touch, you can email us at endingsupermanslife@gmail.com, tweet us at endingsuperman, check us out on Instagram, we're at Ending Superman's Life, and please remember to like us on Facebook. Search for Ending Superman's Life. Oh, and don't forget to follow Jeff on Twitter at PartyTimeJeff68 and on Instagram at PartyTimeJeff67. And now, please enjoy episode 235 of Ending Superman's Life. Oh, and as always, fuck you, Superman.
Gentlemen, we've gathered for a singular purpose. With the combined efforts of myself, Supreme Leader,
Mr. Nefario,
and
Jeffrey,
we shall endeavor to kill Superman. I know you're out there, Superman, and your days are numbered. I, Supreme Leader, criminal mastermind, and interdimensional warlord, with the assistance of Mr. Nefario, sadist and amateur baker, and Jeff, assistant manager of the Kinkos, are going to hunt you down wherever you are, Superman! We are going to render the flesh from your bones! We're going to dip you in kryptonite-laced acid and watch you bubble and fester in the streets! It is going to be glorious, and then the world shall be mine! But first, what has everyone been doing? How was your weekends, everybody? It's been what? You had like a barbecue or something?
that's right. Yeah, well, I had people over. I invited you guys, but
Yeah, I couldn't come. I'm sorry.
I had an interesting weekend.
Oh yeah, what did you do? Did you try to?
Well, I was on
meet
my
a girl
couch
or something?
and you know what? I'm sorry that I sound a little heated, but this is, I know, only my second episode, but I need to know how this is going to work because I was sitting on my couch just watching the news.
sure, yeah.
Yeah, some
Got to stay up on current events.
yeah,
It's
it was like
important.
2 a.m.
Don't want to be out of the conversation.
No.
and a local story comes over the airwaves, and is that a man named Michael Torrance, an 85-year-old accountant, had been murdered.
Mm-hmm.
I must have missed that one.
That sounds familiar.
You guys didn't see this story, huh?
I think
That a man named Michael Torrance was, quote, atomized,
right,
and that security footage pointed
to a mutated flesh-eating ocelot with an atomizer strapped to its back. I do. Now that you say it,
and you know what was
Right.
crazy about its teeth? Is that its teeth were made out of bees whose stingers were replaced with kryptonite,
right? It was a mutated flesh-eating ocelot,
which sounds
with bee
very
teeth.
similar to something that we were talking about last
Well,
week.
that's different because
yeah.
we were talking about a saber-toothed tiger
Yeah,
with
yeah,
bee
completely
teeth. It's a
different
totally
ideas.
Right, which is an extinct animal, which so
someone-
if somebody wanted to make that, obviously they would probably turn to, I don't know, an ocelot?
Well, I mean,
I mean,
first
you
of
gotta
all,
start somewhere, right?
it sounds like someone just stole your idea,
And
Jeff,
the fact
so
that
I
it's a
would be-
Michael Torrance, when I specifically said that that's who my ex-girlfriend is dating.
Your
What a
ex-girlfriend
coincidence.
is dating Michael Torrance.
Not that Michael Torrance.
Oh,
And the fact that you guys go and murder somebody after I explicitly asked you
Well,
not to, and that you
alright.
did it in such a grotesque fashion, one that is going to maybe link back to
So
me.
I think it's
I
sort
don't
of.
know about
Also,
that. I don't know
the
about
fact that you guys think that my ex-girlfriend left me for an 85-year-old accountant, and that you guys looked up at
well,
Michael
hold on.
Torrance,
That wasn't
you
honest.
saw that,
Hold on, because
you said, this must be the
it's
guy.
a bit of a leap to think that just because a man named Michael Torrance was reduced to a cindering pile of ashes by a mutated flesh-eating ocelot that had bees for teeth where the stingers were replaced with kryptonite
And an atomizer
and had an
strapped to its
atomizer
back.
strapped to its back. Just because that happened, that you would automatically assume we had something to do with it, is a bit of a leap. That happens all the. That's how my father died.
That's how your father died.
Yeah, it
That's
happens-
even more coincidental. That points to you even more.
Happens all the time. So
I've never seen a story
he probably
like that
just
before.
lives in a bad part of town that has a lot of mutated flesh-eating ocelots with atomizers
Could happen to anybody.
strapped to their backs with bees for teeth.
Listen, if you guys aren't going to own up to this, so be it, all right? But Stop.
I'm just
doing
saying,
this.
if your
Okay.
name is Michael Torrance, maybe you should keep a better lookout for ocelots that have bee teeth or whatever.
You know what? No, that's a good
Whatever
idea.
it was.
If your name is Michael Torrance, look out, okay? Because these guys
No, we don't-
have
I don't
nothing
think
to
we
do
need
with
to go
this,
there.
okay?
And if
Please, again, do not
If it was a
harm
saber-toothed tiger,
Michael.
I could see you pointing a finger.
This is not going to help me get my girlfriend back. All right? Murdering her current boyfriend is not going to help me win her back.
Look, Jeff, you don't come on this show and say that you've got a problem with a guy named Michael Torrance and expect him not to get murdered. I'm not saying that we murdered this
No,
Michael Torrance.
I asked not for him to be murdered.
Right. No, exactly. So you're bulletproof. You specifically said not to do it. You had nothing to do with it. Moving on.
Yep. Okay. Moving on. Thanks for catching up, guys. Now here's our weekly segment. Did you kill Superman this week?
Oh, yeah.
Let's start with you, Supreme Leader. Have you killed Superman? Where you at with
I
that?
did not kill Superman. I was going to, but I was really backed up on Orange is the New Black, and
It's a good show.
That show's a burden to me. I just cannot get through it.
my
There's
neighbor.
a lot of it. That's true.
Yeah.
My neighbor insisted it gets really good in this season, is most recent one. And I was going to go kill Superman, but I thought, if I don't watch this, I'll never get around to it. You know how it is.
No, I do.
And so I got stuck in that. There's this whole thing with Crazy Eyes that was really. Anyways, so no, I did not kill him, but soon I will kill Superman.
Right.
So that's me,
That's
Mr. Nefair. Did you?
I did not kill Superman this week, and I'll tell you why.
Okay.
All right. So
Oh, yeah, that barbecue.
I had that barbecue on Sunday, and frankly, there was a lot of prep. I did not
Sure.
think
No, if
about
you're gonna
it.
do a quality barbecue, you don't want to half-ass it,
Right.
So I was.
And killing Superman, that eats up a whole day at least.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm smoking the meats on Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
I'm doing all the sides. I'm doing a potato salad. I'm doing
Oh,
baked
Mr.
beans.
Nefario. Have you ever had Mr. Nefario's potato
No,
salad?
now I'm actually I'm upset
It's
I missed
really
it.
good.
I'm sorry about that.
Sometimes he uses human flesh in the meat, so you might.
I'm a little less upset that I missed it now.
Yeah, so that part is iffy. But the potato salad, oh my God, I don't know what he does to that thing, but it's amazing. I think he gets ingredients from the fourth dimension or something.
Oh, wow.
They're really, really hard. It's delicious.
Ancient fourth dimension secret.
Oh, right. Yeah. My mom used to make some pretty good mac and cheese, but I never asked her how to make
From
it.
this dimension?
Yeah, I think it was just like Kraft mac and cheese, but she would like cut up little pieces of hot dogs in it.
That sounds delightful.
Sounds like
Yeah, it was really good.
Very lovely.
Yeah, it was good.
Charming woman.
And then on Saturday there was this other thing that I had to do, and no big deal or anything. No big deal.
Well, you're an amateur baker, so is that still your thing, or?
I actually wanted to talk to you about this. I'm, a baker just bakes whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I prefer to call myself a confectioner.
Oh, I'm terribly sorry.
Oh.
I specialize in tasty treats. Sweet.
Like candies? You make your own like caramels?
Yeah. I'll
Oh,
do
wow.
caramels. I'll do little hard candies.
Oh my
Turkish
gosh, like
delight.
hard candy, Turkish like nougat based stuff too.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's
I
incredible.
mean, I'd redo the intro, but this is live, so
I've got a bit of a sweet tooth.
Well. Anyway,
in the future, I'll let everyone. It's a confection. I'm sorry, I didn't know the difference.
I appreciate it. So that was my weekend. And how about you, Jeff?
I didn't kill Superman.
So that okay, yeah, sure.
Sure.
That's the
Okay.
whole.
Yeah.
I just didn't. I don't have really the means, really on my own to do that. So,
Sure.
yeah, I didn't. No.
All right.
All right,
Well,
well,
that's
all right.
everybody. I don't think. I mean, Mad Hyena didn't kill
God,
Superman
that
either.
stupid dog.
Okay, let's get this straight. You keep calling Mad Hyena a dog,
Mm-hmm.
and Mad Hyena was a man that was bitten by a radioactive hyena.
Actually, I gotta correct you here. I know it's a very confusing issue, but Mad Hyena is actually a hyena who was bitten by a radioactive man.
Oh. That's
Yeah,
actually.
yeah. I mean, it's a very confusing thing.
Well, all I know is that he's just humping all of the furniture in
Wait, so
here.
a radioactive man was like in the Serengeti somewhere and just bit a hyena?
When you're radioactive, it's hard to take responsibility for your actions.
Right.
does some crazy things to your head. Do you remember?
That's what
red
I'm
eggs
actually
would
working
do?
on too, is I'm trying to take more responsibility for my actions,
Okay,
and I'm
well-
not even radioactive. I think just being a man, it's hard to take responsibility for your actions.
My point, Jeff, is that he's Mr. Nefario's intern, and he's not a dog. He was, I guess, a hyena who was bitten by a radioactive man, giving him the proportionate strength of a man. I
It's
suppose.
much worse than a hyena. That would be like a frail hyena, I guess, right?
Well, I'm just saying he's an intern. Give him a little bit of respect. He was here before you were.
All right. No, that's true. That's fair.
And to be
So
fair,
it's
there was a lot of hybridization in the radioactive, infection process.
And it's taken a lot of willpower for him not to maul you. So just
I honestly am terrified of him constantly, and honestly, I don't
down,
know. Okay.
down.
All
that
right.
hyena.
All right. All right. Just all right. I'll call him whatever. Just make sure he doesn't sort of come near me.
Don't
because
look him in the eye.
He looks like he knows what human flesh tastes like.
And well,
Yeah, he definitely does.
and I apologize for the smell. There's nothing we can do about it.
I mean, I could bathe him, but it's strange because he's got a level of sentience that I don't feel really comfortable
And he
with.
just
Oh yeah,
he's not
'cause he's like a
fixed or
human.
anything either.
He's
so-
kind of
human
human,
genital
but
thing.
he doesn't seem
He
to
looks
want
like a dog
give
to me.
consent one way or the other.
Okay. All right.
Not many dogs that walk up on two legs, but whatever. It's fine.
All right, guys, so we're going to move on to listener mail this week. We've got one of our listeners wrote us a lovely little email, and I'd like to read it to you if I might.
Oh, please.
Okay, guys, this one's from a Superman Lover 003 at CompuServe.net.
CompuServe.net.
Held on to it for a while, I
Wow.
guess.
I didn't know CompuServe was still even operating.
I did not read this in advance, guys, so just bear with me.
Just sort of picking one at random. We get a lot of mail.
But you picked one at random where the sender was Superman Lover. Not only do they, because like already most people love Superman, right?
Well, there's no accounting for taste.
Yeah.
Now, we don't know, this could be a throwaway account.
It could be a prank. That's
Could
true.
be, it could be an
All right.
ironic name.
Let's listen.
Okay, so the subject is suck it a-holes.
Oh, okay.
Let's just power through this, okay?
A could mean a lot of different types of holes.
Atomic.
Atomic apple holes.
All right, and Superman Lover 003 writes this. Listen, you want to be dickweed shitbags. I straight up hate you. I hate you. I want you to legit die, and not for the reasons you think with your infantile gray matter. Wanting to be a supervillain has to be the most insane, ridiculous, pitiful pursuit. Who didn't hug you enough? Are you high?
Whoa.
To want to destroy Superman, an indestructible alien with a penchant for dealing out justice at the level of ass-kicking that clearly you couldn't fathom, is reductive at best. You will never ever kill Superman. Superman doesn't have time for you, to the degree that he literally flicked your old co-host into the fucking sun.
Wow.
Quit wasting your time and the time of the law enforcement agencies, which you so selfishly occupy, and settle down for a dirt nap, you useless, worthless waste of sentience. Fuck you forever and ever.
Oh.
Superman Lover 003. P.S. Jeff seems like a nice guy. You can do better, Jeff.
Oh my God. Well, thank you. First and foremost.
I did not see all that coming.
Second of all, yeah, at one point she calls Superman indestructible. I don't think any of us would be wasting our time on doing this podcast if he were actually indestructible. He actually has a very well advertised aversion to kryptonite, and that's sort of how we're going to base our plan around.
That's
Right
very
there
destroying
is a flaw
him.
in your argument. But this is why I hate Well, one of the many reasons I hate Superman is just he corrupts young minds. He's reduced this young man to name calling.
He's got people buying into his propaganda left and right.
And now I'm going to have to hunt this young man down and murder him horribly, and it's all Superman's fault. That blood is on Superman now. Now I've got to waste an evening.
It's true. It's true. But we like
Now I've got to
think-
hack his account, get his IP address. I mean, that'll take seconds because I'm a super genius with an incredible amount of computing power at my fingertips. But I'm just saying, I had plans tonight.
You think it's a he? I kind of read it. It sounded like a.
I also kind of read it
it
that
was
way.
a
I mean,
female,
I
maybe.
think perhaps that's sexist. It's just trolls in general.
gender isn't a binary, anyways. We should just sort of.
It's true.
With
Big
they.
ol'
There's a
spectrum.
lot
Yeah.
of in between now.
I am touched that they think I can do better, and that because I'm not getting a ton of support in other parts of my life. So like that actually was really good to hear, and I was having a little bit of a crummy day, because of this whole Michael Torrance thing. But now I'm feeling a little bit better. So that's great.
Yeah.
Don't let
Good
Michael
email.
Torrance get you down anymore. Don't worry about Michael Torrance.
No, again, that's not why I'm
but,
upset about Michael Torrance. I'm upset about the dead one.
Sure. Yep.
A lot of dead people.
Just people dying all the time. Anyway,
all right,
let's go
Superman
to
lover.
let's go to our. We would like to thank Superman Lover.
Thank you for the
003.
email, Superman Lover. See you real soon.
Now it's time to go to our tweets of the week. All right. So this tweet comes from Tweaker Reeker at Tweaker Reeker.
Tweaker.
Tweaker Reeker.
Yep. And Tweaker Reeker writes,
They
great
make
new
tweets.
co-host at Party Time Jeff is a dope add to the hashtag villain cast.
Oh my God! Thank
Look
you
at-
guys so
yeah.
much.
It's very nice of Tweaker
and
Reeker to.
thank you for plugging my Twitter handle, which is again Party Time Jeff.
Yep, they all
Twitter.
know it. Yep. This next one comes from Gordon Here's a Who.
Oh, that's
Still
clever.
not into hashtag
Oh, 'cause of
Supreme
Black
Leader,
Coffee.
but thanks, Mr. N, for getting at Party Time Jeff 68 hashtag villain cast. Now, I do want to clarify that I had nothing to do with Jeff getting hired. I'm just another co-host myself.
But thank you guys. Honestly, I have another really positive, wonderful tweet. Thank you guys, both of you. It's not just Mr. Nefario, you know. It's the whole team here for welcoming me
We're
on.
a big old team.
Mostly John, the producer, who sort of, like I said,
Oh,
grabbed
thanks. Thank you guys.
Yeah, of
I
course.
really appreciate that.
We don't really shout you out as
The
much
hell
as I
is
think we
John?
should.
I'm just the engineer here.
Jerry, get out of here. We're trying to record.
Sure, no problem.
Is that you call him Jerry? Okay.
Okay.
Well, we got more tweets. I guess.
Yeah, one last
These are really picking me up.
Right? Okay, so this last one comes from at Scum and Villainy. Are you ever going kill hashtag Man of Steel? Hashtag real villains have henchmen.
Good question.
Well,
We're definitely going to do it. I mean, we wouldn't start this podcast with.
first of all, we're not villains. We're super villains. Villains don't typically have henchmen. Super villains do. I know it's an argument
Frankly,
of semantics, but
I don't like the tone of this tweet just because I know, frankly, for me, I have met Hyena.
you have an intern. You have at least one henchman, and he does your bidding. That's true.
He's also super powered in a certain way.
Yeah, and I have an army of robots, so that it's really more.
I think this is really an unfounded. This is really just an unformed listen.
I don't have to. Give
And I'm
the
not a
robot-
villain in any sense, really.
Right, Jeff's
I'm
more
just
just
trying
like
to do something with my life.
Sure.
More of an
Yeah.
enthusiast.
Right. I work at Kinko's. I have no sort of real.
And just to clarify, you also don't have any henchmen. Is that correct?
Right. Yeah. I don't even have any direct reports at work. So.
Okay. So, I mean, thanks for the tweet.
All right, so yeah, that's it for listener mail.
I feel like $1 million after those. That's great. That's my new favorite segment.
It's a good one. We really
Yeah.
like it too.
We didn't have time to do it last week because we were introducing you, but that's like a regular. You've listened to the.
Oh, yeah,
podcast
yeah,
before.
yeah.
You know, that's one of.
I used to tweet at the podcast.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, and I never got mine on the air.
We get a lot of them, so
There's an awful lot of that
a
come
lot
in,
of people want to kill Superman.
Plus, we use a random, a randomized
Yeah.
picking.
Most of the
system.
things I would send anyways were just sort of animated GIFs that don't really lend themselves to podcasts. It's hard to just sort of, it would just be like
can't.
it'd be like that scene from like Arrested Development when Michael Cera's just sort of walking sadly. That doesn't really, how do you read that out loud, I guess? And I think
would
about it
make
now
it
that I'm on the
difficult, yeah.
other side of sort of the microphone, I can understand. Oh yeah, duh.
Yeah,
So
certain
if you guys are trying to
limitations
get
of
your tweets
broadcast.
read on the air, make sure there's something to read.
All right, guys, now it's time for us to pay the bills. We're going to go for an ad break. When we come back, you're going to meet our special guest. I can see the door to the dimensional portal opening right now. All right, here we go. Here's an ad. We'll be right back.
All right. Hey guys, it's Jeff here. My boss told me that if I'm going to keep leaving early on Tuesdays to come record this podcast, I need to plug the Kinko's FedEx. So, all right. FedEx Kinko's on Vine. copies, posters, banners, business cards. We have computers that you can use to log on to the internet. A dedicated and friendly staff here to help you with any mimeographical needs that may arise. Whether you need to make one photocopy of a recipe or hundreds of photocopies of resumes or flyers or recipes, we can do that. And don't forget that all Kinkos are official FedEx retail outlets, servicing any packing and shipping needs you may have. Mention offer code MurderSuperman, which isn't even the name of the show, which goes to prove that my boss doesn't listen. But you'll get 5 free black and white copies of anything you'd like, size 8.5 by 11 or smaller, no legal documents. Again, that's FedEx Kinkos on Vine for all of your small business, big business, or big personal needs. Thank you for 15 great years at this location, and here's to 15 more. We know that technically there are FedEx office, not FedEx Kinkos, but our franchisee said, heck, we've got all the printing machines we need. We don't need corporate to send us signs. We can make our own. So we're the only store in America to still be a Kinkos. Please support your local Kinkos.
And now, back to the show.
Okay, so I'm told Jerry has brought in a guest villain for us. Is that right, Jerry?
Yeah, yeah.
Is it 2 villains? There's 2 microphones set up, 2 extra ones. Is he back?
I'm just engineering here, so I like to have a microphone.
I think I can explain it.
Oh.
If you just...
Right. I only booked one
I
villain,
didn't even
though.
see you there. I'm sorry.
I asked him to set up the other one. Do you want to introduce me? I'll take care of it.
Yeah, what? Why don't we introduce him?
Right.
I mean, it's not a surprise show. What's okay? Well, first let's. Okay, this is. Let me make sure I'm reading this right. This is Captain Lizard
Captain Lizard
of the Lizard League.
Yep, that's me.
It's an
Hello.
impressive title.
Thank you very much. It's good to be here.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I've never heard of this league.
Right, it's an overseas thing mostly.
Oh, I see. So do you have a lot of interaction with Superman? Where are you from?
Right, I'm from Liverpool.
Like England.
Right, yeah. Oh, you've heard of it?
I think it's a
we've all heard
relatively
of
famous place.
Liverpool.
Oh, good.
It's not,
Well, we're trying to.
it's not
I'm
obscure.
trying to sort of start up a British invasion of sorts with my lizard army.
Like a band, like the
Like-
Beatles.
like you're going to invade like America.
No,
or,
yeah,
like-
coming over, invading America, especially Metropolis.
Sure,
sure,
with like
taking it
with like
over.
an army of lizard
Right,
people.
it's exactly right. Yeah, and I think it would be much easier if I did that without Superman.
Oh, absolutely. Superman will get right in the way of that.
Right.
So
He
true.
won't let one lizard man step foot in Metropolis and he's going to be all over.
Well,
All
I'm
of a
here,
sudden,
right? In it,
Well, yeah, but you're like a guy who's got like a lizard. I mean, like I
right?
assume.
I'm not a lizard man. That's true. I'm a man who deals in lizards.
Right. Well, what
So
I'm saying
I'm a
is
lizard.
That was
I'm a
little
lizard
confusing
man.
when John,
But
not
the
Jerry,
army-
was talking about booking.
The army
I
is
assumed he'd be like a big ferocious lizard creature.
right,
He's-
and
I
you're
also
noticing.
assumed that, yeah.
I see you're looking over at my associate here, and you
right.
notice
He's
that
not.
he does not
He's
look
also not a lizard person.
correct.
Also, is he tied up? Am I saying that
Yeah,
correctly?
he's very gently tied up. This is Jeff in it.
Hey guys.
He's
Jeff.
he's a hostage that I've got. Wait, did you say Jeff? That's actually my name.
No
What a
shit.
coincidence.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Wow, cool.
That's cool. Yeah. Isn't that cool?
Je-
Yeah.
do you
Jeff
spell it
with the
G
J.
or
J.
I'm
yeah,
a J too.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm a
Good.
J too.
That
Yeah. Those
could
G's, I just don't
be-
understand.
Yeah,
Like the
I
people,
understand.
it's like
Also
G
cool.
off.
Yeah.
This-
So wait, this is
Alright,
this is
listen
your
up.
hostage,
Yeah, he's my hostage.
That's correct.
and your name is also Jeff.
Oh, he's
Small
not
also
world.
Jeff.
Okay,
That's
well,
great. That's wild.
I
Yeah.
mean, I don't know how you do things in Liverpool, but whenever I've taken a
Well,
hostage, I typically tie them tighter than that, and I gag them. I don't usually bring them with me.
Well, he isn't
Gentle
moving, is he?
not how I
He
usually describe
isn't
my
moving,
tie.
is
No,
he?
he's- I
He's
mean-
here, isn't he?
No, he's yeah.
Maybe
no,
you're
he's
just
here.
using too much force. Maybe we could teach you a couple of
I
things.
said,
And
you
when
know,
my
that's-
lizard army comes, I think we
Again,
will.
I've never been to Liverpool.
I'm open to
sure it's-
suggestions always.
Anyways,
it's
Jeff
it's
here-
unorthodox, is all I'm saying. To
Jeff-
have a hostage here and with a microphone.
Well,
Right,
we haven't done it before, but
Well, I'm saying if we do come up with a plan to kill Superman, we can't have the hostage go
Well,
and
and
tell.
again,
I would never do that just for I mean, it seems like you guys have a thing going here and I'm just here kind of as a guest. I see it. It was
Yeah.
hot in the car.
so that's the thing, right? Is that Jeff here worked at the Enterprise rent-a-car because I flew over, and he I got a car from him to get here to the studio.
Mm-hmm.
You drove here in like in a rental car.
Right, it was a Nissan Elantra, but
I
was
guess
a little.
I just sort of assumed you had like a lizard mobile or like a flying.
Right, well, I do, don't
pterodactyl.
I?
Some
But it's
kind.
over in London. I mean, well, no, I've said where my base is too.
We can-
I'm from Liverpool.
Well,
the
this
base is in London, and
Be
all
careful
my
what you
own-
say because this is live. We can't edit it out.
Oh, is
or
this a
anything.
live show?
Could I call for help from here? Like
Actually,
Superman,
No,
can you?
please. Okay, all right. That's
Let's-
enough.
Well,
That's
actually,
enough.
guys, this
That's
is-
enough.
This is exactly. See what I'm saying? That's
Okay,
why you gag
right.
your hostages.
John's telling me that it's not live, that this is a pre-recorded
Yeah,
podcast.
you guys, this is a podcast. You guys can't keep saying live. I'm just sort of holding back here, just smiling because it's just really not often that I meet. First of all, that we've got another human being, like full human being here, and that his name
of
is
them, in
Jeff.
fact.
That is crazy.
I mean,
Brother from another mother.
That's
I'd say,
that's
right?
exactly it, right? But like our mom, like I guess no, we got different. Yeah, okay, I got you. I see.
I mean,
I
there's
see.
a lot of.
It'd be
Jeffs
weird if
out
our
there.
mom
It's-
named both her kids Jeff.
Jeff, and then
Yeah.
got rid of one of us.
It'd be
Right,
more-
and then like shipped him. Yeah, no.
It'd be more impressive if his name was Supreme Leader. That you don't meet a
What's
lot of
your
those.
name, isn't it?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Is that there's Jeffs everywhere,
You
but there's
I,
not.
I'm-
There's not
I
a lot
can
of
explain why Jeff's here if you guys would just give me a moment.
Well, you-
I
you
swear
first
you
of all-
Please,
Americans,
we,
you guys
we would love to
just
hear
talk.
it. Yeah.
So Jeff was working at the Enterprise Rent-A-Car, right, and he gave me this Nissan Elantra, and the windows, they just don't work, right? And it's a hot day out.
It is
So I
rather
said-
hot out
Right.
today.
I was furious.
Even by my
I was
standards.
livid, right?
It
Wasn't
is.
I, Jeff?
It's
Oh
sticky
man, he
outside.
was pissed.
Right.
He didn't have any
So
other
I-
cars on the lot though.
I took him, right, and I tied him up, and I threw him into the car, but when I got here, I couldn't just leave him outside, could I?
Well, I mean, you're a supervillain, so I think you could have. It'd be apropos.
Right, but you see,
To
I've got
leave
big
him.
plans to take over America and to do the British invasion, and I don't want to
You want to get off on
I
the
don't
right
want,
foot.
I don't want to have sort of the authorities already on my radar.
No, if
well,
I may,
Superman's going to come after me if I kill a guy, isn't he?
if I may, I have questions
Right.
that are abounding.
Yeah, I actually do too. This is pretty weird.
First question,
Right.
Jeff. Not you, Jeff.
yeah,
Who's
what?
Jeff?
me,
Oh,
me, Jeff. Yeah,
okay.
yeah, yeah,
Yes,
sure.
that's
Sure, no.
hostage Jeff.
Yeah,
Boy,
let's
that
just
is-
go ahead and call you like HJ.
Oh my God.
I don't know if that's a great idea.
Oh,
Just call him Jeff, all right?
Well,
I
like,
wouldn't
or
love
I think
that.
We'll
hostage
figure it out.
Jeff works just fine.
All right. Do you mind that, Jeff?
So we need something so it's not.
Which
confusing.
one, HJ?
Hostage Jeff. We won't call you.
Okay, I appreciate that.
hostage
That's
I
pretty
might, I might still
demoralizing.
call you that.
Well,
Prefer you
hostage
didn't, but yeah,
Jeff.
sure. Hostage Jeff.
Hostage Jeff. I would like to know. There was only one Nissan Elantra on the whole lot.
Yeah, yeah.
I thought that was
it's-
pretty weird too.
Well, it's coming up on the weekend, right? It being Friday.
It
Sure,
is, yeah.
sure.
It's
And
pretty.
he came fairly late, close to closing.
All right, that's not my fault, right? We were late getting onto Heathrow, and so when we touched down, I scooted down. I had to wait for my bags. I've got a lot of bags.
Okay,
Yeah,
well, look,
and then-
that's all very fascinating. I just, this is a show about killing Superman, and I just feel
Right.
in the future, and if we ever have you back, just leave your hostages somewhere
Right,
else.
well, you're not going to have a choice, right? I will be back, right, for the British invasion.
Sure, yeah.
I
yeah.
mean, if you
But-
come
but-
back on the show,
But if you come back, yeah, here on the
and
show.
you know, best of luck with invading America.
Oh, thank you.
Are you doing it like in the name of your country, or like for,
or lizards or something.
or is it like
no,
lizards?
it's mostly for the lizards, isn't it?
You just
Yeah.
are they looking for more space to expand and like rain terror? Or,
Right, well, a lot of people don't know this, but Britain's an island. There's really only so much space we got.
sure.
Yeah, no, that's
Right.
you got that's a factor, sure.
So if we load up our army and head over here, maybe we could take away your independence.
Oh, fair enough. That's a
And I'm
very
not-
villainous thing to
Wait,
do.
hostage Jeff, are you tweeting? Put that to.
No, it's
Hold on, what's your
just
handle? I'll
reaching
follow
out.
you.
Yeah, please do. It's
Oh.
actually I'm switching it off the podcast. I might go with like a hostage Jeff scenario. I think I could get more followers.
Oh
that
yeah,
way.
no, since I've been on the podcast, my
Look,
followers
there's-
have
there's-
jumped.
I mean,
Skyrocket.
the tweets
Okay,
alone.
maybe no one
Jeff loves
said
to party.
anything, but you should. I mean, hostage protocol.
Party
is
time
that
Jeff 68. That's it.
Party
You guys.
Party time Jeff
68.
68.
I don't want to be
on
that
Twitter.
guy.
Jeff with a J.
Okay, no one's
Duh.
no
Like if
one's
there's any other
listening,
way.
but
Sorry,
I
guys.
just feel
I
like-
do
Alright,
yeah,
have to get
Supreme.
back on
you
track.
guys, hostages typically should not be allowed to have cell phones. That's like
Oh,
a rule.
well,
I'm
I'm
just
just
how-
gonna drop a pin if I can,
Oh,
for my
Well,
mom.
okay,
We
but
would
we're,
Actually, that would be
Don't
that
So
would
the
be
studio-
real helpful to me too, because I'm
Alright.
not sure. Do you
This
remember
is-
where we
It's not
put the
gonna help
Nissan
a lot.
Elantra?
I mean,
the
No,
pin.
honestly, being this outside the dimension thing is really
This is weird.
disorienting
I
for
don't
me.
know how we
Yeah,
traveled
yeah,
through that
it's-
portal type thing.
Right, there's a wormhole generator on the door in the
Right-
studio.
right
so
around
the
the door
pin,
frame, you can see it if you look.
like
right
once
back
he gets
there.
out of here, the pin will then be
Oh, that's
dropped
very handy.
once
yes.
he walks. So we
Oh,
can't let
good.
him take the phone with him. We're gonna have to confiscate the phone.
Right.
Ooh,
No,
I can't.
We
I
need
use this
that-
for work.
yeah.
Sometimes I'm a manager,
And
so sometimes they need me.
we need the maps because
now-
I do not remember where I
Well,
parked that.
I mean,
Nissan
we could
Elantra.
just slit
Do
your
you
throat,
think
I
you're
guess.
gonna live
I-
through this
Yeah, there's-
scenario, ultimately.
Oh,
we
that's a
could
good
drop you
point.
in a vat of
That's a good
acid,
point.
or I
That's
don't.
a
There's
right, good
options, or we could take your phone. So we'll
you are
figure
guys,
it out.
guys, please don't kill the other
we
human
don't.
being here.
We don't need
Yeah,
to
it would
discuss it now. We'll
just-
figure it out at the end of the show. Let's not waste airtime discussing that.
I feel like we could figure that out now and just don't do it. Would be.
We'll,
I mean-
circle back. So Superman.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's get to the
Uh,
topic here.
good.
Captain Lizard of the Lizard League.
Yeah.
What kind of nefarious powers?
Now, well, hold on.
We
According to
are
Wikipedia, here you have
controlling
a really impressive backstory here. Apparently, you turned an entire population
Right.
into lizards.
Yes.
Ill-tempered lizards.
Now
Right.
that is. How did you
Well,
drop like
it was
a
a small
like a cloud
town. It
over
was a
the?
small town in Scotland, wasn't it? So it wasn't that many people to begin with, and to be, if we're being perfectly honest, some of them looked a little lizard-like to start. So that's how I chose the
A lot
town.
of, like skin diseases.
Right, a lot of sort of flaky skins,
Yeah.
a lot
Sure.
of sort of tails, like things you're born with you shouldn't
Vestigial
have.
stuff.
Yes,
Yeah.
right.
So they were a fairly lizard-like community.
Right, they were pretty
from
close
the
to it.
start.
It was Lizardton. Actually, was the name of it up in Scotland, Lizardton.
Oh,
Yeah, that's how I picked it.
now is that up in the Highlands?
Yeah, up in the Highlands of
Is it
Scotland.
like
yeah.
a problem with the water supply? or-
No, it's just sort
Some
of like
kind
an
of cosmic ray.
right. Yeah, it was. I think it's mostly like inbreeding from the old royal families up
Sure.
there. You know.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was only really a matter of throwing some nerve tonics on them, and they became green. Green is grass, which is great because they love that up there. They do that golfing.
Oh yeah, sure.
Right, and that was about it, right? And now they're sort of enslaved with me, and I sort of
Hey,
control them,
I'm
and they.
sorry to interrupt.
the-
Just 2
yep,
seconds.
what's else?
Could
What the
someone
hell?
point me in the direction of the restroom and like?
Oh yeah, yeah. Here, let me. I'll just.
No,
come
he
up
can't
with me.
use the restroom. Okay, well, at least get Mad Hyena to take
No,
him.
he'll get
You-
Now,
back.
now
He'll
for the
get
listener, Jeff, not hostage Jeff, our Jeff is just rolling hostage Jeff in the chair. I don't know what's gonna happen.
Yeah, he's
in
probably
the
gonna
bathroom
have to
there.
handle his junk or something.
No, it's gross.
I don't see now they're outside of the pocket dimension is the thing. And so
That does seem like it would be a problem.
There's
now
no
that I'm thinking
bathroom in
about
the
it.
pocket dimension.
well it's just that the wormhole generator's on the door to the recording room, so it's not
It's the
on
only way we
whole-
can get really isolated vocals.
I'm gonna hold on.
Right.
I have to calibrate this so that they come back at the right time. Excuse me.
Right. So where was I? Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
it's just an army of lizard people, and they're ferocious. They feel no pain. They feel no empathy. They feel no mercy.
Wow,
That's actually a lot of that's just their native Scottishness.
sure,
Really,
sure, that makes
Uh,
sense. Yeah.
they just sort of elongated their tails, sharpened their teeth, and then we're building sort of a flotilla of
Oh.
boats and things to
Oh,
sort
boats.
of come and sort of invade America.
So
That's all.
why boats now?
Yeah, there you're back.
Oh my
Oh, there you are. This is
god.
back.
Just real quick, the bathroom attendant, a robot bathroom attendant.
Yeah.
That's one of Supreme Leaders. Yeah.
No, he's one of my death bots who does my bidding, and I just had him pass out gum, and you turn the dial down.
Which is
to-
super convenient.
Honestly, Jeff, it gets pretty weird around here, but that is one of the cool perks.
Seems
is
like
that-
a perk.
Yeah.
He's got a
yeah.
lot of features.
There's a whole other robot in the kitchen that keeps filling it.
He'll play.
I'm sorry. I don't know if this is rude, and my mom always taught me not to stare. But you seem to be a fire with eyes.
I've
Is
actually
that-
got the same question.
It's a very good question. So, do
yeah,
you
no,
mind
he's
if we take
no.
a minute?
I mean, yeah, sure. Go for it.
Okay,
Explain.
so this is actually an optical illusion. I do have.
that right?
I have a lot of heat coming off of. I guess you could call it a skull.
Yeah.
Oh,
Where
right,
my
look at
eyes
that.
are.
Uh-huh.
wow.
All the heat actually obscures the light coming in and reflecting off of the molten rock skull fixture. It's a common misconception.
No way, you don't say. That's
Wow.
crazy. That's right, amazing.
Well, he's from the fourth dimension. It's
True,
they're
it's
all-
true. I was conceived fourth dimensionally, so
Some
in a
of,
fire dimension. Yeah.
right, some of the lizard people that I command, they've got sort of bits of skull exposed too, but none of them are quite as sort of smoky or have this optical illusion.
I think
That's wild.
It's
probably-
intimidating. I
It
can
is.
say that.
It is.
Oh, well, thank you.
Jeff
I
is
really
right.
appreciate that. That's what I'm going for. Of
So,
course, being a villain.
I'm sorry. I don't want to be that guy. It's just HJ. Do you have any sort of
Guys,
background?
let's just call him hostage Jeff.
Sorry,
if you're
I'm
gonna
that
not
makes me
really
really
comfortable with that.
uncomfortable.
or you know
It
what?
seems
Call me
juvenile.
non-hostage Jeff.
What is the problem with HJ? It's just they're just initials.
Well, I think there are connotations beyond.
He's
That-
talking. It sounds like you're going to give him a tugger,
A
right?
what?
A tugger. That's
I-
what we call in Liverpool
like
a tugger.
like a hojo. Sure.
Sure,
No,
yeah.
Right.
I
Yeah.
just got that. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's not what I meant.
Growing up for me, Hojo was Howard Johnson, so that's
Right,
actually a little
yeah.
bizarre. Yeah,
No, that's another
Right.
term for it. You'd say how much for a Howard Johnson, and it's like it varies.
we just say tugger.
Well, you're from across the pond,
Right.
so that's
Not for
Different
long.
a
strokes.
tugger, a
Am I
hojo,
right?
a
Hey,
Howard
that's pretty
Johnson.
good. That's right
That's
good.
clever.
That's a right
That's
good
really
bit.
clever.
That's a right good bit.
But if you're going to be talking on the show, do you have any sort of background in supervillainy or like
Me.
what are your thoughts on Superman?
It's okay. I don't either.
Superman.
Just be honest.
Be honest with you, my aunt was actually working at a tall high-rise in Metropolis, and Brainiac toppled it.
Sure.
She fell.
I remember
Superman saved
I
her,
remember that
actually. So I've
Oh my
really kind of
God.
been a fan.
That's great. That's true.
Ever since I was a
Did
boy.
she end up on the news that day?
Oh my God, yeah. He came down. It
saw
was like
that
slow.
That is true.
Put her down. She gave an eloquent speech and cried.
That's so sweet.
Yeah.
That's really
Superman's
great.
really kind of come through for my family in a myriad of ways,
I had
actually.
lunch
and I
with
have
Brainiac
a
that
friend.
day.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that's Small World.
Was that before or
Huh.
after he sort of brought down that building?
It was before. No, we were talking about him doing that. He wanted me to join him, but I couldn't. I
was
had
gonna
this
say,
other thing going on.
Afterwards would have been very frustrating.
Yeah, no.
Sure.
It
Oh,
was before.
imagine.
I would say that also my family is into construction, and I'd say Superman really kind of keeps us in business, So
He's always buildings always toppling.
big
Sure.
fan over here.
You've got your
Sterling.
family's got a construction business. Yet you work at an enterprise rent-a-car.
I do. I'm not trying to follow in the footsteps. I've got
So they're
dreams
not-
outside of it.
Maybe you should follow in any footsteps. Is what I'm saying.
Oh
No, I'm actually in the exact same
Captain
boat as you.
Lizard of
Listen,
the
the whole reason why I'm in this
Lizard
podcast
Wow.
is because I need to do something with my
Sometimes
life.
a man needs to make his own way.
That's
the way-
exactly what. That's exactly
what
why
I
I told
told my
my ex.
dad.
That's why I told my ex-girlfriend. That's
Oh,
exactly
yeah.
it, and that's why I was
so
getting
It's
up this.
pretty incredible what's happening.
Jeff's going to kill Superman.
So
and
that's
Hostage
why I'm
Jeff
here. Is I need
is
to
going
motivate
to
myself.
You're going to
Yeah,
rent
sometimes
cars?
you
So I
got to
don't know
just
what the-
prove that you can do it on your own.
No, but here's a good point. What are you? Where do you think your path leads? Renting all these cars.
what's the
Especially,
dream,
they're not
Hostage
even good
Jeff?
cars.
Well, I mean, they're not my cars. They do belong to Enterprise, and I'm
Lay
thinking
off
that-
of him, Captain Lizard Dick.
No, Jeff, it's
All right,
fine.
that's-
It's
that's
fine.
quite
No,
enough.
sometimes people
I'm a
wanna come at
guest.
you.
I'm a guest on
It's like
your
a family
podcast.
reunion here.
You're
apparently.
in the hot seat now.
No, he's in the hot seat over there. The man made of not quite fire.
This is he's seated. Yes, it's literally.
Sorry, it's a little
It's
bit
hot
of dry,
It's made of
British
tungsten.
humour. I'm trying to diffuse this
Other
tension.
Well,
sheets
it's-
have melted.
You're
It
like
was
turning
very
on your
embarrassing.
hostage. First, you were all like, "Oh, I can't leave him in the car because it's too hot outside."
Right, that was
now
a
you're
hot
like,
seat in there too, right?
Oh, he brought it back. You're on fire.
Right, no,
if anyone
no,
is.
no, right.
is-
Thank you. This is
guy-
fun. This is a good pleasure.
So no, but I'm sorry, hostage Jeff. It's just you're renting cars. What's your family has a construction.
Sometimes you
You're
have to do
young.
things for a paycheck. I know that I don't want to be doing construction out in the hot sun for the rest of my life.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to find something for myself, something maybe on the internet. I'm looking into a couple of apps I might want to build.
I'm all for that. Like
Yeah.
I would, and I'm probably talking out of place here. We don't really have another spot for a co-host, so but you can find
We
a
really
podcast.
don't. We
Find
don't.
a podcast because
No,
that's what I was doing. I
three.
was
Oh,
just
wow,
sitting on
I
a,
could really see
It's
that.
already
I was
a
sitting
lot.
on a
It's a lot
couch
to deal with.
after a breakup, just sort of listening to podcast over podcast.
Sure.
Just decided, make something.
Because
of my
I
life.
have
Here
a
am.
lot of things I'd like to say about a lot of topics.
That's that's
and
literally
apps,
all you need.
Apps can be very lucrative. Mr.
Done.
Nefario built an app that when you download it, it steals all your money and melts your brain. It was
seems
very
like there'd be
successful.
It was
not
having
a
extremely
great.
successful.
I was having a lot of
lot of people
problems with the
downloading.
lizard. A lot of the
Technically,
lizard people
well,
was
I
doing
built it, but it was his idea.
It was
he was
called
sort of.
Candy Crush Saga 2.
Oh, perfect.
I heard
Got
a lot of the lizard people loved the first Candy Crush, and they downloaded that app, and I lost a ton of soldiers.
Oh, well, I do apologize.
No, it's fine. We just made more.
Good to know that can.
Well,
how exactly
you
does
got to
that
steal people's money to keep the economy moving.
Right, yeah, you got to keep it all circulating and whatnot.
Very true, very true.
No, but listen, Jeff, I really do empathize with your position, and good luck to you, man.
Yeah, I'm feeling empowered right now. That's all I can really say.
Yeah,
I'm feeling empowered and motivated to go forward in my life, and
well,
I won't let family or
That is
supervillains bring me down.
Well, I'm going to bring you down, maybe. I've already got you tied up.
It's true.
Well, here's the thing. He exited the pocket dimension, and we did not confiscate his phone, so that pin did drop.
That's
so we
right.
are going to have to murder hostage Jeff. I'm very sorry if that puts you in a tight spot, Captain Lizard.
No,
Excuse
no.
me, of the Lizard League.
It's fine. Honestly,
So we're just gonna. Where's Mad
this
Hyena?
way I don't really even need to return
Can
the
you
Nissan.
just take him out and he's like
Guys,
a chew
I
toy
didn't
or
drop the pin. Oh,
Jeff, I'm sorry, man.
God.
I shouldn't have.
All
can
right.
someone just call him off? No.
Okay,
no,
I hate
no.
Mad Hyena. What in the world blazes?
Oh God!
Oh my
his
God.
face
Oh,
is
that's
so sharp. Oh!
Oh,
We should
Christ.
have put down a tarp. Jesus.
Shut the snake in it.
him off. He's only at my legs now. If you wait any further.
We're just
All right,
gonna. It's all right.
he's
That's
going
enough.
To, all right, he's up there.
Jerry, can you
and-
just take him? Just take him out, please. He's not going anywhere. He's bleeding everywhere.
All right, I'll.
Yeah, no problem.
Do we
guys.
have some seltzer or something?
Right, have you got
Club
anything?
soda. There's blood everywhere.
I mean, I can check with
Disgusting.
the robot, kitchen robot.
Yeah, get 37. Ask 37 for
Number
some.
30s. Okay.
Right, this will be fine. Right, well,
Sorry
that's
about
a right
that,
mess,
Captain
isn't it?
Lizard of the Lizard League. I just.
No, it's fine. I don't
we
have to
really
return the Nissan
apologize.
now. That's
Well,
bully for
were
me.
you going to? That seems silly to return it. I would
A little
just.
less
Well, I
than
was going to be
villainous.
driving. My plan was to return it back to the sea.
Did you leave them like
I'd be-
your credit card or like how does that work? Did they know? Did you have like an alias?
They did, in fact. I booked it online, and I couldn't do it without giving them a credit card imprint. So they did indeed have that. But it's fine. It's just a credit card I stole from some dame back in Rotty, England.
So it was a woman's credit. So they didn't even. So really, hostage Jeff wasn't really doing his job very well.
Right. Yeah, he
Wasn't paying
didn't.
attention.
He didn't seem to really have his heart into it, which is why hearing him talk about trying to make his own name for him, I didn't really think he meant that. All right,
No,
that's
well-
not fair. He was just trying to turn around. He was going to be okay.
I think that he really sounded like he was making progress.
He,
Yeah,
he
that's
had
what
a
I
lot of
thought too.
potential, but
He did,
You know,
just like me. If I had been gored by a what is it?
Mad Hyena. Yeah, he's,
Yeah, that's her.
He's just a
That's my
dog.
intern.
He's just a dog. Look at him.
Oh no.
no easy. Just
No, yeah, I know, I understand,
Just
man.
a dog that humps anything in the studio.
Jeff, just don't look him in the eye. I don't think he likes you very much.
No, yeah.
I don't
yeah.
like him.
No, I'm gonna clear it up.
It's fine. Look, so Captain Lizard, thank you so much for coming all the
Oh,
way out
thank you.
here.
Yeah, I'll just
We're really excited about this
the British
invasion.
invasion.
That
Yeah,
you're doing.
it should be coming up. Well, I don't want to give too much away, but
Right. No, don't give out the details.
pretty soon. If
he's-
all goes according to plan.
Right. We should all be. And so you're planning on then ruling America then.
Right. And like I said, don't want to give away too much, but let's just say, 4th of July may stop being Independence Day in
Sure.
a short
Or like
order.
Dependence Day, am I right?
Right, or some sort of lizard.
Like
pun
a lizard
that we haven't
pun,
even
sure.
come up
we'll,
with
We'll
yet.
think of something
100%,
good
yeah.
later for that.
Right.
Like, I mean, I want to say Lizard Day, but that's not good. Something that sounds.
No,
like a
Lizard Day,
pun.
I kind of like that.
I don't
I'm
like
just.
Skin Dependence Day. 'Cause of
iguana-
Oh, that's
lizards.
really good. Skin
something with
Dependence. I'm gonna write
iguana
that
in it, I
down.
think, or like.
Skin Dependence Day. Poor Jeff, hostage
Oh,
Jeff
'cause they
doesn't have
shed.
much of that left.
He
So
certainly
does it?
doesn't. He
No,
doesn't.
Mad Hyena really likes to eat flesh. That's like he
So do
leaves-
so many of the lizard people.
Oh, are they big on flesh as well?
Yeah, maybe when we're over here with the whole gang, them and Mad Hyena get together.
It's
he's not
possible.
very social, but
Not
anything's
terribly, but-
possible, sure.
Neither
Yeah.
are lizard people, but again, that's just the Scottish upbringing.
So who's
Sure.
tending to the lizards while you're over here? Are they just running amok?
No, I just got a cage. I just sort of turn on a little heat lamp, and they just sort of gather under there.
Sure.
It's
yeah.
a big heat. It's a big old heat lamp. It's an old stadium up there.
So
I
are
just
they,
turn on the
so
lights.
they're cold-blooded. Do they get tired? They're just like normal lizards when they get cold. Do they
Say-
Right, that they do. That's why we're invading in the summertime, so that they're going to have peak energy in July.
No,
Right.
did we just get an inkling of when that invasion's happening?
Oh, you know what? I've been dropping hints left and right. I think I've said too much already, so I
Fair
should
enough,
probably
fair enough.
skedaddle.
No spoilers.
Jeff, what do you look so upset about?
You guys just murdered a man in front of my face, and like now I've
Now,
always
Jeff,
been
to
afraid of
be
that
fair-
fucking dog, and now I've seen like that he actually does have the taste of human flesh, and that's me
Jeff, he
Yes,
as
had,
the
human.
he
taste
had the
of
taste of human
flesh,
flesh
human
way before.
flesh.
All
you
right,
what
I
have
guess
you.
I just sort of assumed that, but that still doesn't. I'm unsettled by it. I'm sorry. I'll get. I don't know.
Do you want to get 37 to get you one of those cookies you like?
I would love a cookie. I guess.
Jerry, can you get 37 to bring a cookie in here for Jeff, please?
Oh, yeah, sure.
You have like
Here
any
you
nuts?
go.
Thank you.
I just got these
Thanks.
from 37.
Oh wow,
Do
these
you
are
have any
cute.
like nuts? No, they're good.
It's
Thank-
still John,
thank,
by the
thank
way.
you, Jerry.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
You're very good.
You know,
You're in rare
We
form
call 'em-
today, 37.
we call them biscuits over across the pond. Not even cookies, but these all
yeah, you
smashing.
guys say a lot of things wrong over there.
What? Well, we'll see, won't we?
I think it can be charming, for sure.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Nefario.
Well, before you invade, we'll have to kill Superman, won't we? That's sort of
Really, that
Definitely
is
you have
really
to
what
kill
I came on the
Superman.
program to tell you. That it would be just a ton of help if you guys could just murder him before I try to take over the
Well, if
United
he-
States.
if his one weakness were mad hyenas, we'd have that sorted, wouldn't we?
We certainly would. We
Right,
certainly
right.
would.
But it's
Guys, it's not funny to joke about that stupid fucking.
no. In all seriousness, it's kryptonite is his weakness.
Yeah.
It's
That's his actual weakness, yeah.
not hyenas. So don't want any false information out there. If you tried to kill a Superman, don't use a hyena that was bitten by a radioactive man. It won't get very far. He might just.
He's just a dog. Really?
Well, I mean, in truth, he actually just peed on the floor.
His behavior is that of a dog, certainly, but he is an abomination of science.
That's very
I think
true.
we can all agree on
He's
that,
also
yeah.
not house trained.
Mm-hmm.
And
It's gross, isn't it?
I think he's
All right, that's plenty.
all right.
All right. Well,
He's got a bit of a speech impediment as well.
oh, is that him talking?
Yeah, no, he's
Yeah, he
he's
is.
expressing himself.
Well, you know, it's unique language as a fourth dimensional being. I'm a little more attuned to these kinds of, impulses.
He speaks mostly in snarls and urine.
It's true. It's true.
All right.
A lot of urine.
All right. Well, Captain Lizard, you said you were going. Right. Yeah. I got another flight home to catch.
Oh, so you just came in town for this?
Right. I came in town for this podcast.
I
I
think
was
we should feel
invited on.
pretty honored that our
Yeah, no,
friends
that
across
is-
I should say
Next
our
time,
mutual enemies across the pond.
Right.
See, I
Mutual.
didn't know they booked you. Next time they do, shoot me an email and I'll just teleport you over here. It's no problem.
Oh, that would be a huge help. Could I
just
just get
imagine.
teleported back?
No, just because I need to get the gear and set it up, and it takes.
Right.
I don't have any of the fuel I need for
Right.
it. It's
I
got
don't
the
have-
cold fusion generator.
I've just got an
Plus,
economy
frankly,
class ticket back.
It's
Is
probably
all.
not for the best if you leave that Nissan Altima out in front of where the portal leads to.
Right. That's a good point. That's sort of a red flag right there, isn't it?
Yeah. So next time we'll teleport you for sure.
All right. Well, thanks for having me. I just want to. I don't really have much to plug other than the British invasion,
Sure.
and
yeah.
you'll know all about that soon enough.
Right? No, I'm
We're
sure.
very
I'm
excited
sure it'll
for
be on the news or something.
As soon as we kill
Lizards are
Superman,
attacking.
well, hopefully you'll give us
I have to
another
assume.
spoiler about when it's coming.
Right. I'll be sure to do that.
Yeah, shoot us an email a couple of days before you invade as well.
Right. All right. Well, take care. All right. Goodbye.
Oh, wait. Captain Lizard, if you would, please. We try to end every podcast with a death to Superman. Would you join us?
Oh, yeah. It would be my pleasure.
All right, guys, here we go. 1,
Right.
2, 3,
Death
death.
to
Death to Superman.
I'm sorry.
Come on, can we not get one good one?
Jeff, you didn't even
I
join.
actually had my elbow on the sneeze button, so
All right,
I'm
well,
sorry.
This is live, so it's not like we can read
It's,
yours.
again, not
Join
live,
us
but
next time. Subscribe on iTunes or wherever you get your podcasts. Follow our Twitter. We are at Ending Superman. Instagram, Ending Superman's Life there. Email us at endingsupermanslife@gmail.com.
yeah, we got the
And check
Gmail.
out our Facebook page at Ending Superman's Life.
Oh yeah, and again, I'm plugged it earlier, but Party Time Jeff on Twitter.
Oh, Jeff, we really wish you wouldn't do that. This is really not the venue for that.
It's really helping me out and my self-esteem, which is, again, I've been very clear about what my purpose on this podcast is.
Well, we appreciate that you're getting something out of it as much as we are.
Fuck you, Superman!
Hey folks, this is Engineer John once again. We would like to remind you that today's episode was brought to you by the FedEx Kinkos on Vine, with special thanks here to Nick Robinson, Garrett Warner, Brandon Sutton, and John Maynard. Our music is composed by Daniel Cloak. See you next time.